my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 10 logo.
Watch the shift!
Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Off the play fake, McDonald. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
He's coming. Double up.
Hey, Sam off.
Check
Hey, rock.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
They'll run on first down. It's Armstrong, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
49, check 49, check 49.
Watch out. Check safety.
They go.
On second down, it's Armstrong, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go. Check three. Back. Watch twist.
Yeah.
Check.
They'll try the left side. Armstrong. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On the ready.
33, check flag 33. Ricky.
80 weapons.
Smalls. No.
To throw on second down. McDonald, this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Showing up. Chance. Whip. Watch the whip.
Get it.
And some room to maneuver. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third and long. McDonald. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense.
From the 31, Brissett. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. A shotgun give to Fournette. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Leonard Fournette. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 19-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Blue down, blue down. Front. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Yo. Yo. Kill. Watch safety cut up.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Being chased out left. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett, and that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Cohen. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
50. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the gun on 3rd down. McDonald, and he completes it to Cohen. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hatchet. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Hard.
Shit. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready up.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
X3. 218. Chopper. Snap.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. It's caught. Beckham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Check 13. Check 13.
On first down, it's Armstrong. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I don't think you got it, sir. Check 31. Check 31. Check 9. Check 9. Check 43.
Speed dribble.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Switch. Tighten up.
Greystone travel.
Rush in.
Bam.
Hey, alert 3. Shift. No. Off.
Switch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brissett. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 41, Brissett. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Kill. Let's go. What's the
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Ready. 17. Check. Crunch. Set, go.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
50, clean. Don't let him breathe. Go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Ready, set.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Right. Check 52.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, orbit. Look at me. Score. Hit it.
On third down, McDonald. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Hey.
Motion.
Back to throw. McDonald. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Yeah. Check 55, Mike. You better be afraid of me. Let it go.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 29, Brissett. He gets this to Devontae Adams. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Set, ready. Get the ball. Watching you go. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Play fake, Brissett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Brissett. And he's going to go down again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. That's out to his running back, Fournette. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And this will go out of bounds, so they will lose yards on the play. And on 4th down, of course, it'll be a turnover on downs.
Set up, 30 base.
I got you.
Hey, high 7. 52. Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. That is caught by Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 50.
Hey, exit.
Here we go.
Snap.
From the gun, McDonald. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. McDonald. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
54, right there, 54.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike 55, Mike 55. No. 55.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hey, watch it, watch it. That's mine. I got him. Hey, check right,
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First down, Green Bay. Wild Bill. Come on. Mike 5-5. Mike, keep the push off. Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Brissett on first down. And that's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brissett. Making the catch is Sternberger. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Fournette. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Brissett. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw. McDonald. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. 2nd and 15. Looking here for Smith downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Brissett to throw on first. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. There he goes inside the 30. It's caught here by Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Now a give, right side. Armstrong, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Packers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Kendall. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
Brings up 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Ready?
Mike 50.
And watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
On third down, it's Armstrong. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And they take a knee.
The sack on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And they will take a knee here.
The sack on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point